Hey Sarah, so this is our flow for tomorrow. So it's going to be poses and we're going to hold each of these for 3 to 5 minutes. So for tomorrow, we're starting with having them roll their blanket up into a cylinder and they're going to lay down. So their tailbone's going to be at the base of the cylinder and they're going to lay back so that it's underneath their spine. Now they can start with their feet up, but at the end I'm going to have them come into a supine butterfly. So the legs will be down and the hands will be on either side. If you want them to bring their legs together and have them drop it to the side, that's totally fine too. The next pose we're coming into is we're going to have them roll onto their side from here into a fetal position. So they're just laying on their shoulder. I'm going to tell them that they can roll to whichever side they feel more comfortable on. Pose 3, they're coming into Sphinx. So Sphinx pose, they're going to have the blocks nearby, and my block is actually supporting my phone. But to give you an idea, they're going to come down to Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose is like this, where they're almost like doing a cobra, but their forearms are down. To come into Sphinx pose on a block, they're going to bring the block in front of them, and they're just going to lift those arms up, and they can even bring them overhead. So it just adds a little bit of lift out of the shoulders. Then they're coming into child's pose with a bolster. So we're actually going to have 2 blankets for this one since we don't have bolsters in here. But I'm just going to show you with 1 blanket to kind of give you the idea. So they'll have at least 2 blankets, but they're coming into child's pose. So it comes in between their knees, and then they're just bringing it down. So they'll be a little higher up here, probably another 2 inches. Then they're coming with the bolster in between their legs for hero's pose. So when I say bolster, I'm using a blanket here. So they're going to start to lay back into hero's pose and send one of their legs along. So as you can see, this is a really great big stretch on the top of the quad here. For some people, they may need more than 2 blankets, but I think this will be accessible. If it isn't accessible to them, they can always have both legs out. Then we're going to have them come up and they'll switch this out. So just bringing it to the other side. Then they're going to come up, the blanket is going to come, so they're sitting in seated hero's pose here. Seated hero's pose, normally the seat would be on top of the heels, but in this case, a blanket's going to come on top, and they're just going to be sitting, so it's a little like nicer and easier on their knees. From here, we're coming into a wide stance forward fold with the blanket. So again, a wide stance forward fold, we'll put the blanket on top, and they're just going to let it hang. They may want 2 blankets just to give them a little bit of chest lift and a little bit of support. From here, they're going to be coming into hero's pose with the blanket on their lap. So they'll just be sitting, hands will be resting comfortably on top of the blanket. Then they're coming into a more deep hero's pose. So kind of like we were doing earlier, the blanket's going to be behind the knees, but we're also going to have a rolled up yoga mat. So the yoga mat is going to go on the inside of the knees in a rolled up cylinder, and then the blanket will come behind, so right underneath the heel, like where the heels and the butt meet. And it just kind of lifts it up. Then they're going to take that and take it a little bit deeper again. That rolled up yoga mat is going to roll back, and it'll come in between the heels and their butt. We're then coming into supported pigeon pose. So for a supported pigeon pose, they're going to have 2 blankets, but they're going to bring their left leg forward first. You can see that the blanket is underneath their left buttock, and then the right leg is behind them, and then they're going to come all the way down. They're going to hang out here for 5 minutes, then they're going to switch it out, take it to the other side. Our final Shavasana, I'm having them put a blanket underneath their head. Then they're going to lay back. 2 blocks are going to go under their legs. So again, one of my blocks is supporting the phone, but it'll go here and then another one will go here. And a blanket is going to go across the top of the blocks, and it just lets them really lay out, get that support. The legs are elevated. We're going to stay here for a good 5 to even 10 minutes. So for each of these poses, you'll have about 10 minutes to go around, probably a little bit less than that just so we can get through all of them. Probably about 5 minutes. And there's about 5 people, so that'll give you time to get everybody some massage. Thanks so much.